Secretary Carlos Dominguez said in a newspaper interview that they were looking at importing weapons from Pakistan where the JS-17 is currently being made. Dominguez is also one of Duterte's closest advisors, President Philippine. And finally, recently an article from a Brazilian website confirmed the existence of a lobby group that is seeking to acquire the JS-17 for the Philippines. Bring on the thunder. You gotta give credit the Pakistanis and Chinese to come up with quite a catchy name, the Thunder, although a bit optimistic since it is a light combat aircraft LCA. An LCA with quite a strong and intimidating name. A couple of past and present Western aircraft has been named Lightning, but no, this is not just Lightning, this is the Thunder. The JS-17 is single-engine, supersonic multi-role aircraft that first flew in 2003. It was derived from the Chinese-made J-7 aircraft, which is a licensed copy of the then Soviet Union's MiG-21 fighter aircraft. The JS-17 is made by a joint venture of the Pakistan Aeronautical Complex PAC and the Chinese company Chengdu Aircraft Corporation CAC. The Pakistani Air Force is currently its main operator, with Myanmar and Nigeria buying it in smaller numbers. The Thunder is also known as the FC-1 Xiaolong in China, with Xiaolong meaning fierce dragon, another very optimistic name for an LCA. It is combat tested, having seen action in the Waziristan region of Pakistan by bombing militant positions there, and has even shot down an Iranian drone near Pakistan's border with Iran. The current production version of the JS-17 is the Block 2 BLK-2, and there is a Block 3 BLK-3 version coming up, although no complete configuration for that has been released yet as of now. I have decided to compare below the Thunder with a couple of aircraft which I feel is relevant to us, starting with our own FAR-50PH Fighting Eagle. The JS-17's main LCA rival, India's Tejas Mk1, which is the current version that is already flying, and the JAS-39E Gripen NG. Just so we can see how it compares to a heavier MRF, and which also is reportedly a favorite of the Philippine Air Force. Characteristics: the Thunder has around the same weight as the FAR-50PH and Tejas, while the Gripen NG is set apart by being heavier by around 2-3,000 kg and faster by around 0.4 Mach. Performance: the JS-17 has better wing loading and thrust to weight TTW ratio than the FAR-50PH and Gripen NG, but not as good as that of the Tejas, which beats all aircraft in terms of performance. However, the JS-17 only has a hybrid that is partly mechanical fly-by-wire FBW flight control system, which means it will be harder to fly at the edge of its performance envelope compared to the other aircraft with full FBW systems. So that evens things out with the FAR-50PH. A newer version of the Thunder, the JS-17B, is already flying with full FBW capability. But no confirmation yet if full FBW will also be incorporated into the BLK-3 version. WVR weapons and avionics: the Thunder is hampered by the lack of a helmet-mounted sight HMS and high off-bore side missiles HOBM compared to the Tejas and Gripen NG. Although this will reportedly be corrected on their BLK-3 version. It does have a higher caliber and faster firing cannon than the FAR-50PH, though. The Gripen NG has the most powerful and longest range cannon among the four, but it also has the slowest rate of fire. Overall, in terms of WVR capability, I would put the JS-17 as slightly better than the FAR-50PH because of its better gun, but less than the Tejas or the Gripen NG. BVR capability. Below is a comparison of the beyond visual range WVR or long-range combat capability of each aircraft based on their avionics and weapons. 910 BVR weapons and avionics. Here the Thunder trumps the Tejas and FAR-50PH because it has longer range radar and missile, at least on paper. The Gripen NG theoretically has the best radar. Although this is just an estimate as no fairly reliable data of the exact range of its Raven ES-05A active electronically scanned arrays or radar is currently available. The Gripen also has the best BVR weapon and has a built-in infrared search and track ICE system. Payload and range. Below is the comparison of the payload of each aircraft based on full internal fuel, and a rough calculation of their range using the internal fuel fraction int FF. The ratio of the weight of the internal fuel of the aircraft compared to its maximum takeoff weight, payload and range. The Thunder ends up at bottom in terms of payload since it carries 800 kilograms less than the TJAS. The FAR-50PH and Gripen NG can carry significantly more payload. Range of the JS-17 is expected to be about the same as the TJAS and FAR-50PH, but the fact that it has aerial refueling capability makes it better than both. And here the Gripen NG pulls away from the pack with an expected longer range and having the best payload among all 4 aircraft.
Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and comment.